Hi Sagittarius, welcome to my channel. I'm your Cosmic Auntie, the interstellar storyteller, and this is going to be your monthly reading. I am recording this in March, but it could find you at any time and feel relevant to you. Energy works in its own cool way, so whenever it does find you, I'm just really glad you're here. I appreciate each and every one of you, I truly do. I appreciate every view, every like, every comment, every subscriber, every donation, anyone who has purchased my extended readings, which is something that I've started doing this month. I've started doing extended readings for $10, where I break up the month into weeks and do little mini readings for each week, and they've been so cool to take the energy at into a deeper level, and they've been really fun to do. So thank you to anyone who has purchased those. This channel wouldn't be what it is without you, so thank you. Let's jump into your reading because it is feeling really exciting. The visual that I received for you was a rainbow, like glittering down with a pot of gold was attached to it, and I was kind of looking up and the rainbow was coming down to me, and it was like glittering, and I could like hear it glittering, you know, like the sound of glitter, like it was sparkling down with the pot of gold brimming, and it was the rainbow and the pot coming down towards me. And it just feels as though there's, the first word that came to my mind was like solutions. So there may be like solutions coming to fruition that just feel like blessings, and I think it's just blessings in general, blessings raining down on you. Oh my gosh. Hi. This is my cat Lyra, and she's been loving to be in the readings this month. Like, she's almost in every single one for a while, which is so nice to have. Our cats are magical and so protective. So she's here to protect our energy and our energetic chat. So thank you, kitty. So yeah, a rainbow coming down full of a pot of gold. It just feels like things are aligning. I feel like there's, blessings bestowed. And I feel like it's interesting that the pot of gold is like attached to the rainbow. It's gonna land where, it lands. Like, and it was coming right towards me. So it's giving me the energy of just lots of blessings and abundance coming towards you, raining down upon you. And again, there's that solutions word. So that might resonate with some of you, where there's solutions in some way that feel like blessings to something. So I'm going to start with tarot. I'm going to have all of the information as per usual down in the description, so if you want to check out the decks and find them for yourself, the information is down there. And if any of you are interested in purchasing the extended reading, then all of the instructions to that process is also in the description below. So what's coming up for Sagittarius? What's up with this pot of gold, this rainbow sparkling down? Oh wow. So we have the High Priestess. Although that's better. The High Priestess. And then we have the Muse of Emotions, which is the King of Cups in this deck. There's incredible spiritual talent here, spiritual gifts. I sense a profound, like, deepening, awakening of your spirituality, your spiritual gifts. There's a very beautiful energy here of being so in tune with yourself, so in tune with your own intuition. There's such a deep sense of radical self-love here. I sense you are, very, very aware of your intuition, and you really utilize it in ways of it guiding you, you know. There's such a knowing here. I feel as though like, you know, you're always close to your intuition. Always, I sense again like you have an awareness of it. But there's something here where it is like the lifeline. You know what I mean? Like there's just this notion of really having to trust yourself, listen to yourself, you know, listen to your heart, tune in with yourself, and use like all of your intuitive senses and your love to guide you through something. And with the rainbow and the pot of gold, like I sense that there's this gift from the divine, this you know, connection, like the universe aligning with you, assisting you, supporting you in your process. The Five of Materials. Okay, so there's the kind of solutions that need to be solved when it comes to your physical environment in some way. There's something here that I sense you navigating as a challenge in your physical reality that is requiring you to lean heavy on your intuition and keep trusting yourself, okay? I sense you know how you feel. You have an awareness of yourself. You are full of love, and have an emotional calmness about you. And just, I sense you know that you're backed by spirit. You're backed by the universe, you know. Doesn't make it any less challenging though with the Five of Materials here. Like this is stuff that's changing in your physical reality, things that need to be like solved in your physical reality when it comes to your living environment, or just, you know, livelihood, jobs, like anything that is existing in the physical reality. There's things I sense you, there's challenges I sense you navigating. And, you know, I just, whenever I try to lean into it, it's just like, I just see 2 feet. So it's just, Spirit's like one step at a time. And that is the moment where you really, you know, lean into yourself, rely on your inner guidance to see. So what's going on here? And with the Four of Emotions. Yeah, it may feel like it just, it may like, it feels like it weighs heavy. And I feel you know, yearning for a shift. And it will come. It will come. The Four of Emotions is also usually depicted with a cup coming from like the clouds, which is a symbol of the divine, you know, reaching out and reaching into you as you know, reach out to life, as you, rather you tune into yourself, you tune into your intuition, and you, because, you know, your intuition is the telephone line to the divine. And this card talks about co-creation and, you know, paying attention to those opportunities. So a shift will come as you keep tuning into yourself, your knowing, your intuition, and letting that guide you, letting your intuition be your eyes as you navigate this situation step by step. I just keep hearing the word like community, because there's the 3 cups here, which this card, the 4 of emotions, points to, you know, having, you know, like 3 cups in front, and oftentimes like having a lot of love for those cups, but like yearning for more, like what's next, like a shift, you know, a break in the clouds per se. And with that rainbow coming down with the pot of gold, the break in the clouds is coming. The break in the clouds is yours, okay? Just keep taking this one step at a time. Okay, so how can we assist in this process? Some tips. Spirit. Whoa. So we've got the Knight of Inspiration and the Knight of Wands in this deck, and the Page of Materials. It's just giving me, again, this one step at a time. The Knight of Inspiration is action. So, you know, I sense you taking action. You are taking it one step at a time, and listening to your intuition and taking action in ways that feel like aligned with you when it comes to navigating this challenge. And the Page of Materials is a very nurturing, like all the pages are curious. So I sense Spirit saying, you know, there's a sense of curiosity that could be helpful when it comes to navigating the process, like bringing your curiosity to the unfolding of the situation, and really tuning into yourself, really paying attention to how you feel. And with the Muse of Emotions here too, I sense you being like a pillar in some way when it comes to receiving and holding space for others' emotions, with it being the King. So there's a very big wisdom here. So I sense you being a rock in the situation. And this could pertain to you, or, you know, people you love in your life, like however this lands for you, if it does. So the Knight of Inspiration keeps their eyes on the prize, even if they can't see the, you know, complete path ahead. They know where they want to go with something. And this is also earth energy, right under earth energy. So I sense there's very tangible and physical things that you are like working with and navigating, and bringing a sense of curiosity to each step that you take can be helpful, and also assist your to be present, because it's hard in stressful situations, right? And it's hard too when you're like the pillar or the rock in the situation, and like figuring out where you can, you know, like who you can lean on and what you need to do to recharge, and how to take leadership over the situation in a way, but not take full responsibility, because you're not alone with these 3 cups here. There's others around that could be helpful to call on, and I, you know, encourage that you do to lighten the load. I sense you learning a lot with the Page of Materials here, and really taking in a lot of information, and, you know, aligning yourself with the right resources to encourage that learning. So I don't know, like I just keep seeing a lot of papers and documents and like brochures. So I sense you, you know, taking in all the information that you can in order to, you know, make the next step in best interest, and also the, you know, like the I forget what the word I'm looking for is, like to take the next appropriate step that is best for you and everyone in the situation. Again, you not being alone. I sense with the Muse of Emotions, you are holding space for others. You are, you know, tuned in with the other's emotions and needs, whatever they may be. This is a really interesting reading. We have the moon at the bottom of the deck, so another sign of tuning into yourself, your inner knowing. And with this like rose too, like this blended rose, like it's showing me like you know, you will get there, you will get from here to there. Like it's going to happen. There's going to be answers and solutions, right? The rainbow coming from the clouds, and things that you create, and also that opportunities that you'll be paying attention to. You know what I mean? Like when you pay attention to your intuition, you'll be able to spot the opportunities that you're looking for. And when you pay attention to your intuition, you know, and your nervous system, when it comes to exploring all these different options or all these different solutions, you'll be able to tune in with what feels right and healthy and calm based on your intuition and your nervous system. So I sense that this is a time to be just keenly aware of your senses and your spidey senses, you know what I mean? And when it comes to navigating whatever it is that you're navigating as a physical challenge in your life. So we got the Muse of Voices, the King of Voices, King of Swords. So speaking up, you know, and being very articulate, and I heard protective too. So there's a nature of being protective over yourself, over others, or, you know, or both, and really speaking up for your needs, speaking up for your, you know, sharing your perspective. This is also a very humanitarian king. They are looking for the, you know, best for all. You know, they're looking out for the collective. They're looking out for the group. They are for, you know, like they are very tuned into like advocacy, you know, energy, as well as being very wise with they're, you know, being very wise and speaking up in that wisdom and trusting themselves to speak up in that wisdom. And so Sagittarius, I sense there's this advocate kind of energy coming through, speaking up for yourself, standing up for others, looking at kind of like justice, fairness, and equality when it comes to community and things like that. I also sense there's, you know, the need for very firm boundaries and holding those boundaries. Yeah, very interesting reading. We've got the Knight of Voices at the bottom of the deck. So, you know, you're out there doing this thing. You are taking action. You are, you know, making decisions. You are being decisive, and it may be hard when you can't see the complete path ahead, of course, right? But keep trusting your intuition to be your sight when you can't see, and taking your curiosity to the moment, taking the initiative to learn everything you can about what is needed in this situation, to feel that feels best for you and for those you're looking out for. Because I honestly sense that there's this energy of like looking out for someone, but it could also be you navigating a change in your life, or both, right? Like it can overlap. You are a very profound healer, and there's things that I sense you breaking generationally as well. Wow. Yeah, so we got the Knight of Voices again, so that definitely wants to come out. Then we've got the Queen of Emotions, so we have the Queen and King of Cups here on the board, and then we have the Death card. So there is definitely a change that is being navigated, and a new beginning that is budding in its place. There's this, you know, with change comes new beginnings. So back to what I was saying about breaking kind of generational, like certain generational energy. I sense you being exactly that, like someone who is turning around and has turned around to face some of the generational pain in your family line, and shift it and transmute it, and that's incredibly powerful. And I sense you doing things differently when it comes to navigating challenges and changes in your environment. Yeah, like some of you may be looking out for like your kids or children in your life, or certain family members, like aging parents, or there may be community members that may need help in some way. You, again, might have, like, this could land in so many ways. So you personally could be finding yourself navigating a shift in your environment and really asking yourself what you want, what you desire, and not necessarily knowing. And so really tuning into your intuition and letting that again be your sight, navigating each step, and that rainbow will come, that inspiration will come. I sense like spirit saying, just, keep it up, okay, one step at a time. Like, even though you may not know exactly how to articulate what you desire, it will be a feeling with the Four of Cups. That's emotional energy. So as you keep tuning into yourself, as you navigate this change and ask yourself, what do you want, what would align, that energy, like, it will come through your emotions. And even though you may not be able to put it into words quite yet, because you definitely will be, or have, wherever you fall into that, then there's more momentum towards it. But I hope this is making sense. But I get the sense that where this reading is hitting is at a point where, like, the path is very, like, it's hard to see it before, ahead of 2 feet in front of you, you know what I mean, or ahead of your feet. So this new beginning is bringing a lot of emotional insight, mental awareness. I sense you becoming really clear on what it is that you desire, and really clear on how you feel. And I also sense, for those of you who resonate with like the family dynamic, you really feeling confident stepping forward in your role, doing it in a different way, and feeling more confident in that, and really standing up for your process when it comes to looking out for you and yours, whether it be your kids, a family member, aging parents, or whatever. I sense you really again, like, standing up for yourself in this very loving way, and that coming out from a lot of change. There's this phoenix energy here, Sagittarius. There's this phoenix energy that's really beautiful. There's been burning to the ashes and this emerging of the phoenix, and that is you. And just, again, protecting and asserting, your boundaries when it comes to the way that you do things in your family, when it comes to whatever challenges in the physical environment that you're, working through. So, as you call people in, because like I said, you're not alone, that doesn't mean that everybody can just trample over and, change what it is you're doing. No, like, I sense you being like very sturdy in your position and incorporating information into your knowing, and seeing where it lies, and adapting where it seems right, and also holding boundaries to anything that doesn't feel right, and not feeling as bad about saying like, hey, that's just not, like, that doesn't really work for our dynamic in some way or another. And this could also, that concept of that I'm talking about can flip over to anyone who is experiencing, challenges themselves and are asking themselves what they want. Like, everybody kind of weighing in and what's good for you can be overwhelming, right? And there may be some really great perspectives and ideas and reflections, but being discerning about what you let in and guide you. You don't have to take everything. You also don't have to be something that you're not, like, when it comes to adapting to someone's perspective of you, or perception of you, rather. Wow, this is so interesting. Okay, let's get a couple more cards and then we'll move on to Oracle. I feel like there's more to say. So that rainbow, like, it is sparkling down, okay? Like, that break in the clouds is here or is coming, and you're doing such excellent work at dealing with the situation. And even if it's challenging, if there's setbacks, or if there's, ups and downs, like, Auntie wants you to know, like, you're doing a really good job, sweetie. And there's, again, like, when it comes to the tips, it just is like, learn everything that you can about what it is that you are navigating and what it is that you are starting to desire, that you want, like, if there's certain interests coming up, what do you, how do you go about learning the information that you need? What kind of tools do you need, if you need any, or like, what kind of materials do you need, right? These are the kind of things that you bring, your curiosity into, so that it becomes more like, that you can enjoy the process, even if it's a challenging situation, as much as you can, right? Like, to just arm yourself with knowledge. For some of you, and others of you, it's like, okay, what are you feeling called towards? Like, what do you need to learn? What kind of books do you need to get? What kind of situation? How can you take action towards that desire? And I feel like that's going to land differently for each and every one of you. So if you're, looking out for someone, or you're navigating a family situation, like, what kind of resources do you need to learn? What, how do you take action towards this outcome that you are desiring? And that's essentially, like, the divine saying, keep co-creating with me, like, keep your spiritual practice strong by going within and listening to your heart and taking time for yourself to be able to be in your own energy and to sit with the information received thus far and see how it lies, and then move forward in a way that feels appropriate. The Nine of Voices. Yeah, it's tough, Sagittarius. Like, this is like, yeah, like it's definitely challenging. I can sense there's anxiety and worry about the situation, right? And also the sense of heaviness, like feeling like it all weighs on you. And I encourage you to, find ways that you can and are comfortable reaching out to certain people to just even share your heart, and lighten the load. Again, like we talked about, keeping your boundaries strong and incorporating information, bouncing it off your truth, and adapting in ways that feel fit or not, right? So this could be like, again, kind of pointing to so much information being received and the need to go in and quiet the mind and listen to the heart. Let the heart inform the mind in certain situations. Again, like let the heart task the mind to the process. But I just want to say, like, I can sense that this is just like, there's a lot of stress right now. And there's just a lot of stress right now, and it's okay to feel stressed as you navigate a challenging situation. That's normal. That's valid. And it won't last forever. Yeah, it won't last forever. We got the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Materials, and the Queen of Materials. Like, all of this, like, toiling and this, pressure and this heaviness will come to an end. This is an end of a chapter. And then there's the Ten of Materials and the Queen of Materials, which is just prosperity, abundance, connection. This is generosity, happiness, stability. Like, I sense there's solutions that will and are taking place in some form that really provide security, stability, abundance and prosperity for all. This is an energy of your cup runneth over. So there's things where it's like this is outcomes and situations that nourish you as well as others. And with the Queen of Materials here, this is very loving and nurturing energy. I sense you becoming very proud of who you are, and really confident in who you are. The Queen of Pentacles is incredibly nurturing and loving, and they're a cultivator, they are a grower, like they really love and cherish and grow things, and so, like, I sense like whatever the situation is going to lead you. You're going to look back on it and feel really proud of yourself. Really, really proud of yourself. And how you handled the situation. and really happy with the outcome. Some of you, you know, maybe like mothers, again, or parents, but specifically, you know, this is very maternal energy, but that, you know, take that how it resonates. Some of you, maybe mothers, and be feeling a lot more confident in your role as a mother when it comes to navigating the situation, and enjoying this prosperity that all this hard work has resulted, you know, in. Those of you like who aren't mothers, there's this energy of nurturing and feeling proud of yourself for what you grew and how you cultivated and nurtured the situation and yourself. And this is like a queen, again, like this Queen of Pentacles, so they're like incredibly successful. They are the ones who build the strong foundation. They build the strong structures that are going to hold, and also, you know, grow corn, right? Like, so those of you who resonate with following your heart's desire with something as you navigate a change in your environment and learn, all of this learning that you're doing and that you're exploring results in a really beautiful harvest. Your hard work is going to pay off, or your hard work has paid off, again, wherever you fall on this, but your hard work is going to pay off, and you're being showered in blessings, and you will be continued to be showered in blessings. The rainbow is coming directly down upon you, filled with a pot of gold. This is the pot of gold. It was full, it was above the brim. So let's do some oracle and see what's coming up for you, Sagittarius. I just keep hearing things are going to work out. Things are going to work out, and work out in a beautiful way. I know it's been hard. There's a great effort here, and a lot of worry and stress and anxiety that is requiring you to go deep within yourself and trust your intuition. Learn everything you can, articulate your boundaries, stand up for yourself, and really step into a whole new chapter, because we got radical rebirth here too. Mabuya Nahanda, radical rebirth. Oh, we also have the Three of Inspiration. So this is very intentional energy. Really putting your intention into each step that you take to navigate this, bringing your presence, your awareness, and your attention to each unfolding moment. And I know it must be exhausting and sometimes confusing, and there's a lot of waiting that comes with this card, putting your energy out there and waiting for, you know, the ships to come in, but they're coming in, and with that information as they come in, then it's the next step forward. And there's, with the domino effect here, it takes one and then there's so much momentum. So again, there's this notion of a break in the clouds. Things are going to be moving, aligning, and yeah, your intention and your action will receive a response in some way, and from that you'll make the moves from there. So I want to get the Goddess Declaration from Mabuya Nahanda. It might be helpful to repeat if you connect with it. So the Goddess Declaration is, still I rise. So yeah, there is this notion of, you know, what's that song? I get knocked down, but I get up again. That's what just came into my head. And it's like, nothing gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. So there's this notion of getting knocked down and rising up time and time again. And, you will be rewarded and for this strength and this stamina and this unabounding love. Like, I sense you getting knocked down and whatever has tried to diminish you, it's only made you stronger each time and every time. And you're a warrior. And there's something that you are definitely like kind of going against or navigating or something like that. And there's this sense with radical rebirth here and the death card that you're phoenix, you're rising from the ashes and stepping into a whole new era. And I feel like this reading is hitting you right in the process. Right in the process of navigating this. But this situation and this circumstance or this experience is really refining you into, feeling more confident in yourself. And you will find yourself at some point in time looking back at this and feeling really proud of yourself, really proud of your strength, and really really, what's the word I'm looking for? Like impressed with yourself and feel more firmly rooted in yourself. So that's beautiful. Just seeing if there's any more messages. So Goddess declaration, still I rise. Still I rise. So that might be helpful each morning to say, still I rise. Here I am. I'm getting up. I'm doing this thing. I'm navigating this thing. It won't, nothing lasts forever. So as you just, that can be helpful. What's that saying? It's like, this too shall pass. But unfortunately, the only way through is through, right, Sagittarius? But there is great abundance, prosperity, stability, community, and connection here. There's a lot of success and emotional depth and love and awareness here. There's this emergence of self that's just quite remarkable, and this brazenness that is assisting you in holding your boundaries and standing up for yourself, and kind of putting your foot down to anyone who's trying to push you around, like, because you aren't those versions of yourself you were before that people may know before. You're you right now, and you are learning a lot, where you are getting knocked down and getting up again, and there's this energy of being very close with yourself. You are getting to know yourself at a much deeper level through this situation, and it is assisting you in like not taking any guff, you know what I mean? So, not that you really do anyway, Sagittarius, but sometimes you are so generous and so loving and so warm that some people try to take advantage of that, and maybe a version of you before was more susceptible to that, but you're not anymore. And it may feel a little nerve-wracking, but I sense you becoming more and more comfortable with that, which I'm proud of you. So vulnerability, and then Mount Shasta. Oh, interesting 2 cards here. So here's the vulnerability card. So yeah, I sense that your heart is bare right now. Like it is, there's a sense of profound vulnerability here. Vulnerability is a strength, but it can feel really unnerving and very exposing and uncomfortable, but it is a strength. And by embracing your vulnerability, you're showing those around you how to be vulnerable as well. Like, with the Muse of Emotions here and the Muse of like Swords, the King of Swords, there's this notion of really taking a lead in something and demonstrating by action. And I sense those around you are really paying attention and learning from you. And then Mount Shasta is about your cosmic blueprints. So this connection to divine energy and really tuning into your soul frequency. And again, that being your sight if you can't see the way ahead per se, you know, like, I hope you know what I mean by that. And just taking one step at a time. But with Mount Shasta, with these amazing stars coming down, it's really remembering your spiritual gifts, your soul gifts, and, you know, implementing them in a way to assist you in whatever it is that you're navigating, and also to remember who you are. This is something that I sense is happening here as you navigate this challenging circumstance, is like there's this deeper awareness of like who you truly are as like an energy. So I'm gonna get the keywords for these two, and then we'll end the reading. 56, wait, I read that wrong. Okay, so vulnerability. First up, real strength, and then holding space, healing past wounds, accepting yourself as you are, sharing from the depths of your heart, raw truths, compassion for others, removing your armor. So, wow, that's so, like, exactly. Real strength, you're holding space. There is this notion of releasing past wounds again, and accepting yourself as you are, sharing from the depth of your heart, and really holding space for others to do so. Raw truths, like, just, again, this is raw truths, speaking up for the truth, raw truths, the truth of the matter. And yeah, having compassion for others and removing your armor. I sense you being very soft and supple through this situation, which is incredibly beautiful. And it just is a testament to your strength, really. All right, so let's do 37. 37, Mount Shasta. So your origins, the seeds that make you what and who you are, star beings, sacred power places, unexplained mystical phenomena, intuitive messages and downloads, dreams and visions. So, excuse me, I sense you receiving a lot of information from the divine, a lot of information from the energetic realm. The High Priestess here and the Muse of Emotions, very, very tuned in to the, you know, energetic realms, having mystical experiences. There may be a lot of phenomena happening here where you're divinely guided, and there's insight that just comes to you through your intuition. You may be having a lot of profound dreams right now too, with the Queen of Emotions here and the Muse of Emotions. There might be a lot of messages in your dreams. So if you can keep, you know, if you want to keep a dream journal and can, that might be helpful, because I sense there's really prophetic messages coming through your dreams, and that can also assist in navigating this situation. And then visions, like having this, like, That's So Raven moment. I don't know if you know that show, but she gets these visions, and she's like, and she gets these visions, and I just saw her face when I said visions. There might be just, again, this like spark of insight, like that hits you by being in your soft and supple energy, as well as your fierce, protective, assertive energy. There's a really beautiful balance here, and it may feel like you're kind of like you're swimming with no land around you, but I hope that this reading is able to reflect to you like how incredible you are doing, and you're doing amazing. And yeah, I hope that I can reflect that to you and help you feel seen as you navigate this, if you're resonating with this reading. So very, very interesting. Still I rise, that rainbow in the pot of gold is blessings upon you, sparkling down upon you. This too shall pass. You're doing great, one step at a time. Keep up the good work. Pay attention to your dreams, those flashes of insight that come to you. Keep your boundaries strong. Keep speaking up, and for yourself and others, in regards to your needs. Learning everything that you can, and really seeing this as a rebirth moment. This is a rebirth moment, and it is uncomfortable, right? Like, oh my god, this is so like such a, well, I'm gonna say it because it came to my head. I don't know if any of you've watched Ace Ventura. I don't remember if it's the first one or the second one, but when he's coming out of the rhino and he's being like birthed out of the rhino, like, and he's just like freaking thrashing around, and like, oh my gosh. So it's a struggle is what I'm trying to say. And that's such a funny, like, spirit, like, energy is so funny. But it's a struggle. But after you get past the shoulders, and there's momentum. So I love you very much, Sagittarius. You got this, okay? You got this. And if any of you are interested in the extended reading, again, the instructions to purchase that is down in the description. Please like, comment, and subscribe. That really helps me get my readings out into the YouTube world and connect with those who, may resonate with the frequencies I'm sharing, and grow this space, because it's definitely something that I am incredibly proud of and very much enjoying, and is an arena for me to step forward in my light, in my truth, and share my wisdom in hopes of assisting you in some healthy way. So much love to you, Sagittarius. I will catch you next month.